what I learned when I sold my lettings agency. Today I'm joined by Anton Plackowski, who is a former letting and estate agent from the beautiful town of Tamworth in the West Midlands. Anton, what did you learn by selling your letting agency? Talk to me.
Ding, ding, ding. What did I learn? I learned that systems and processes are the way forward. Knowing your numbers is really critical. And also, one of the big two things is what contracts you've got in place. So, Rightmove, Zoopla on the market, phones, printers, all those kind of things. All those kind of things take off your bottom line. So, if you don't have them, then you're going to get top money for your business.
Okay, let's start at the top. Selling your business, choosing the right business agent to sell your business.
Yeah,
Um, a lot of these agencies say that you should do preparatory work before you put the business on the market.
yeah,
Did you do that? Did you tell them
yes.
6 months in advance, and did they give you advice on what to do, to get your books in order?
Sort of. So I spoke to an agent many, many years ago, um, when I was working with Sanjay Gandhi, and I just experienced because I was actually looking to buy, and the things that they told me that I should look for when I was buying, I actually didn't know. So it all started. It might have even just been post COVID, perhaps even pre. I can't remember. It was that long ago. Is do I know these things about my business? And the answer was no. So I
Because we did a previous video which people can watch is run your business like you're about to sell it.
yeah, yeah. So it was the purpose of doing that. So I was expecting. So that, and I think this is a big thing with entrepreneurs or business owners. I've listened to quite a lot of podcasts, even one on the way here today. Is that if you're in your business, you don't get a view of what's going on because you're too busy in it doing it.
Classic in the business or on the business.
Yeah, classic in the business or on the business. And actually, since I've been out of the business, although I've sold it, completely different scenario, I've really enjoyed having my fingers in lots of different pies and doing lots of different things. But when you're in the business and doing it as a state agency, if you want to grow the business, whether that's an additional branch, you can't do it with you in it. So if I've got a branch here in Grantham and one in Tamworth, I can't be in two places at once. If I've got a successful branch over here and I go and set up a new one over here, 100% that one will suffer if you haven't got the systems and processes and everything in place. So yeah, I think you've got to have systems and processes in place to be able to move forward. And I think one of my issues was, sorry to interrupt you, Tut, was that um, I wanted everything done perfectly. So I think that everybody thinks that to coin a phrase I heard on the way over, if you've got to do it right, do it yourself. Absolutely 100% wrong. I think you've got to delegate and make sure you've got the right team base to do it, and that's something.
Interesting you use the word perfectionist, and a lot of letting agents are perfectionists. Some would almost say it's a mental illness.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, to be perfectly honest. But I don't think it's late in age. I think that's just across the board. That I think everybody
How
wants
did you learn to hold back on your perfectionism?
I didn't. So one of the things that I believe I struggled with up until post COVID, I wanted to acquire and move forward, but I didn't want to acquire and double the amount of shit that was on my desk. So I struggled with finding the right team and everybody's right position in the team. Eventually, I think I did, and I was looking to buy, but the tables got turned and ended up selling because I couldn't find anybody good enough to buy, in my view, because everybody wanted top money for a bag of nails. And when I said to you about run your business like you're going to sell it, you never know when you're going to sell it. So you could be a distressed sale that unfortunately you become ill tomorrow. You need to sell it the next day. If you want to get top money, you need to make sure that everything is in place, that somebody can walk in and you can walk out. So don't be in
So
it.
do you think, because I mean, who taught you how to systemize your business?
So I've got an IT background anyway, and I've followed something called Six Sigma, Kaizen, or there's lots of different words for it, depends on where you go. But it's all about the process, literally all about the process. So if you follow the same process, you'll get the same result, and that's what I wanted for my clients. So I've always done that, but then when I was looking to buy, I approached John Paul through recommendation, and we implemented sort of video training, which again Regina picked up off me, and she started using within her business to systemise.
That's an estate agent in Ireland,
Yeah,
Regina. Yep.
Regina Mangan. Yeah, Liberty Blue. Absolutely amazing business she's got now. Regina is like a sponge. She'll just soak up anything. And one of the things that I think she told me that she learned from me was about systemization and putting video training in place so that you get a new person in. There you go. That's what we're doing. This is how we do it. Follow that. And then it was always a place to come back and replicate.
So by systemizing your own business because you were a bit of a perfectionist, that enabled you to get top dollar for when you did sell it.
I think so, yeah.
But most of the people watching, most of the estate agency and letting agency bosses aren't very good at systemization.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. I think they've got a problem then, haven't they? So I have, I'm quite good friends with quite a lot of estate agents, and there's an estate agent by me. So I'm working for one of my old landlord clients at the minute, disposing of his portfolios. And there's a local estate agent by me that I actually quite like as a person. Yeah, they manage quite a few businesses and they've put in houses on left, right, and centre, but he's in there running the business. And I've said to him on a few occasions, "Well, you need to get out," because he's talking about selling potentially at some point. I said, "You need to get out of the business and not be it." But he just won't. I've even spoken to him about implementing little bits of technology that are available. He just won't because he's set in his ways. He's still on Dupix. Um, I told him to get onto a new CRM and everything, but yeah, estate agents are stuck in their ways. They either want to change or they don't. And I think until there's a problem, they won't. If you want to be ahead of the game, then you could or should, in my opinion. I think that will help you command better fees, have a more replicable system, probably help you sell houses better, quicker, and for more.
Which will make you more profitable that when you do come to sell, you'll be worth even more.
Yeah, 100%.
Thank you for your time today, Anton.
You're welcome.